As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will put total weather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
On the move at the 30. Got a lot of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Looking for a man. It's Hurley. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Hurley. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Texas's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have. And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Gibson. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's 4. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Back to pass, it's Manning. Snags it over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Quarterback checking off. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Shakes off the tackler. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. LSU right back to the line.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Still running at the 40. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Red pass, it's complete. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for space, it's Gibson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Dropping back, it's Manning. And the pass hits, picked off. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll toss it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and then maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job. Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Swings it out to his running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. The give to the fullback. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Wide out in motion. The give to the lone running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. To the air, it's Manning. They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
On first down, now back to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to Johnson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side, and he was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Watkins. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
To the air, it's Hurley. Getting some heat. Runs through the tackle. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. It's complete. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And I tell you what, he drops back to pass, nothing really open, tries to scramble, but now because he got a little bit more yards, is this maybe decision time on 4th and goal, down by more than a field goal? This might be time to go for it.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. And the try is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Here comes the Texas offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Manning. He'll try to do it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Estes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And back to the air on second down. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Keeps it going. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Number 17.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed, and the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. The quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They move the tight end all over. The hand to the running back. Plows through the defense. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! Good defenses stop you from scoring. Great ones score themselves, and LSU has done that so well over the years.
And it's about guys who are playmakers. It's about guys who can lock up on the outside, and LSU recruits them, they develop them, and so many guys you see at the highest level doing it, and this is why, because they come to LSU and become stars.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Motion from the offense. To the air. It's Hurley. Dances away. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Tackled immediately after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
This is an offense that leads the nation in 1st downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
It's a draw. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. And it's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
I tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Offense working from the pistol. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Right back to the well. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a...
Going for it all. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
6th play of the drive coming up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Feeling some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It is good.
That makes the score. Texas 28, LSU 20.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Texas.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on first down. He makes the connection. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the fourth quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
He makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but it's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Purdue. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. LSU quick to the line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Tigers are flying down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Using the quick game. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 2nd down coming up. The handoff to Johnson. Powers through the defender. LSU will get a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Smart move to keep it on the ground. The ball pops out. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Keeps the legs moving. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple 1st downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Texas.